A Haunting in Venice is the third of the Agatha Christie adaptations that um, Kenneth Branagh has done. He's also done Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. So these movies have not been particularly a fan favorite or a critic favorite. A lot of people are. I didn't mean to say fan favorite. I just meant a critical favorite because a lot of critics really don't like these movies. They're I don't know, call them out for being pretty boring and very by the numbers and just very surface level mystery films. But a lot of people really like them, and they make a decent amount of money to where they're going to probably keep making these for a while. So I I had seen Murder on the Orient Express like right when it came out, so I don't remember much about that movie. It was what 5 years ago now. I remember it being okay. I liked it, but it wasn't anything special. And then I completely skipped Death on the Nile. That movie looked painfully boring. So I came into this one with way higher expectations, mainly because Kenneth Branagh was taking it in a separate direction. I felt like Death of the Nile just looked like another Murder on the Orient Express, just with a different setting. It looked like the same crap just over again. But with A Haunting in Venice, this had way more of a horror spin to it. Like Kenneth Branagh, especially in the trailer, was really, really leaning into the horror aspect of it and creating that mystery of is it actually ghosts or is somebody killing these people? So, I don't know. Just the trailers alone were making me more and more intrigued for it. So I decided to see it on opening night with Cam, and it was pretty good. I liked A Haunting in Venice a lot more than I liked Murder on the Orient Express. This movie is a lot tighter. It has way less issues with its kind of sloppy writing, and we actually get some pretty good performances in this one. It doesn't feel as lazy or forced as the other ones do. That's mainly because of the setting and the cinematography. This movie is shot beautifully. It is easily the best looking film in this trilogy, I guess. It is really astonishing how much they captured, like, 1940s gothic horror and just, like, older noir stuff. And without it feeling like a copycat. Like, this movie didn't feel like it was just going on a checklist of shots that you need to have in, like, an old school murder mystery. They actually felt really creative and really helped with the tension of the movie and kind of creating an unnerving atmosphere. Because this movie isn't necessarily scary, or at least I didn't find it that scary. It doesn't go for broke with the horror as much as I thought as it was going to be, which is kind of one of my issues with the movie. But there are scenes that are genuinely unsettling and kind of get under your skin a little bit more. Like they're not going to make you jump or like really creep you out and like make you not look at the screen, but they get the gears turning and kind of give you chills, I guess. So that was a welcomed addition. Mostly everybody gave a good performance in this film. The cast worked really well off of each other. I didn't love Tina Fey. I felt like she kind of stuck out in this movie and didn't overly commit to the character. I feel like she was just being Tina Fey, which I like Tina Fey, but I don't know, she did not work in this movie. Everybody else was pretty good though. I already talked about the setting. The setting was fantastic. This big like Italian castle that was abandoned, and it was very classical feeling, and I liked that. Kenneth Branagh's performance as the French detective, whose name I can't pronounce, he was good. You know, I liked him. He was himself, like he always is. Yeah, so that was a good performance. But mainly, this movie was just really entertaining. It was a fun murder mystery that didn't have any. It wasn't overly long. It wasn't moving at a snail's pace like the other two movies. There was some actual tension. I really liked it visually. This was a really fun movie and something that I think came out at the perfect time, like right before the Halloween season. Like in the middle of September is like right around when I start getting excited for Halloween, start watching horror movies, all that great stuff. And I feel like this movie came out at a perfect time for that. So my issues with the movie, it's written not so great as well. Like I forget the name of the guy that Kenneth Branagh gets to write these movies, but he's not a great writer, and it really shows with a lot of the dialogue in this thing. And there are certain moments that kind of feel like they're playing catch up a little bit. Like he was writing the script and he forgot about something that he had previously introduced earlier on in the story, and then he introduced something new that contradicts that, and then he has to correct himself later on. That happens a concernable amount of times throughout this movie. So yeah, that the editing was also really choppy. There were certain scenes that got cut off before they were finished. Like you could see the characters starting to speak, and then they were cut off. And it has a hard time juggling this very large cast of characters. An issue that comes through in all of these movies, kind of by nature. These bigger casts work more in a book form. Obviously, Agatha Christie is one of the best mystery authors of all time, and her large cast of characters, again, works better in a book form where you can take the time to get to know them more and give them backstory and all of that stuff. But with the movie, especially an hour and 45-minute movie, you can't really do that. So I feel like if he would have cut down on the cast of characters or maybe killed off more of them, I don't know. The characters are underdeveloped. But yeah, other than that, I really liked A Haunting in Venice. This is probably my favorite Kenneth Branagh movie. Him directing it, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, I liked it. It's a good time at the movies. Go check it out. Nothing special, but I still really liked it. So I'm gonna give Haunting in Venice a strong B. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, that's that. I don't know what else to say. I think The Creator is coming out this week, so I'll be seeing that. And yeah, that's it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, comment down below what you thought of this movie, what you think about the Kenneth Branagh, Agatha Christie movies. Just anything you want to let me know, say in the comments. I'll see you guys later.